So today I want to talk about the most valuable cinematography skill, which for me is represented by the word Waterloo. It makes it sound like I have this kind of unique system, but in actual fact, I think a lot of people in a lot of industries and just in life in general say this is the most important thing that they've ever learned to do. So to explain Waterloo, I think a lot of young cinematographers often feel like we have to jump on every single opportunity with a resounding yes. We hear that to make it, it's all about hustling. It's a numbers game. You've just got to be out shooting every single day. But this is an easy trap to fall into where you feel like you're having success and moving forward because you've shot a short film every month. That is great right at the start, as you've got to throw yourself in and kind of just make mistakes in order to learn and get better. But eventually you need to perfect the art of saying no. If you know what to say no to, then you know what to say yes to. And there's no point saying yes to 3 jobs if you then end up scrimping on the prep time for all 3 because you just stretched too thin. And they all come out kind of good, but not great. So now you just kind of have 3 mid projects for the website, but nothing that's going to kind of be the wow thing that wins you the next bigger job. This is where Waterloo comes in, as at Waterloo, Napoleon did surrender. Even one of the world's most famous megalomaniacs realized that he'd overstretched himself and decided to call it quits and live to fight another day. Of course, he did then spend the rest of his life exiled on an island, but that part doesn't work for the analogy, so we'll just forget that bit. It's tough making those calls when it's time to call it a day. So I rely on my partner Ellie to say Waterloo to me when she thinks I'm being too ambitious and stretching myself too thin. If you don't have a long-suffering partner like I do to help me make these calls, I've got a checklist that you can use when deciding whether or not to take on a new project. Of course, pay is obviously a major factor, and sometimes if the pay is good, then just ignore everything else. But if the pay is okay or isn't great, or maybe there's no pay at all, a good basis is, will I have the prep time and the resources to make this the best looking thing I've shot to date? And will this introduce me to new people that I want to be working with in the future? If either of these are a yes, then I would say do it. Just try and approach every project with this methodology and you'll definitely find yourself moving forward and creating work that you're truly proud of.